Hi, everybody. My name is Alexandre, and I'm running a company called Upian. They have created this company in 1998, and we've done online stuff from the very beginning. And well, I was just started by this image that illustrates really what how I'm feeling in this place. You know, I'm really feeling home here. And yes, once again, I want to say a big hug to Kaspar Zonen because 5 years ago, when I arrived, I was very small. I didn't speak English. I'm not sure I'm doing now actually, but. And I was really afraid about the industry, the documentary industry. I was like, wow. And but still, I had conviction, and I have obsession. Conviction was internet and documentary. I mean, they are a fantastic couple, definitely. And from the very beginning, of the internet. And I had obsession, and one of them was, how can we create story using, story made, really made by, for, and with internet. That was in 2007. And a second obsession was emotion. Will we be able, remember the old computers and stuff like that? And I was like, will we be able to have emotion on the computer? So that's mainly the origin of why I'm in this job. And so if you like, I will jump very quickly in 2007 and show you a really short extract of this program called Thanatorama. How many people knows Thanatorama? Hey, not so bad. Two words, two sentences. The concept is, you will be able to explore the world of funeral. You will be able to experience and to show what happened after your own death. And sorry, Joel, because this is a program you won't like it because it's a choice. You will have choice to do. But let's go to Thanatorama. Can I have sound, please?
Grèce. Vous êtes mort ce matin. Est-ce que la suite vous intéresse? Étrange question. A priori, non. Et pourtant, la situation peut vous paraître inconvenante, surprenante ou contestable, mais c'est ainsi. Il faudra vous habituer. Votre constat de décès repose à vos côtés, dûment rempli. Une simple feuille atteste ce fait désormais indéniable, vous n'êtes plus de ce monde. Rien ne vous oblige à poursuivre. Sachez seulement que l'histoire qui débute à présent vous concerne au premier chef. Votre parcours ici-bas n'est pas tout à fait terminé. Alors, une nouvelle fois, une dernière fois, est-ce que la suite vous intéresse ? Avertissement liminaire. Le cheminement post-mortem que vous vous apprêtez à parcourir ne consiste pas en un long vol plané dans un tunnel sombre en direction d'une lumière blanche. Toutefois, quelques déplacements le long d'infinis couloirs scandés de néon ne sont pas exclus. Non, ce qui commence sous vos yeux n'a rien à voir avec une near-death experience. Au contraire, nous sommes déjà dans l'au-delà, un au-delà terrestre. Vous êtes mort ce matin et dans 6 jours au plus tard, vous serez inhumé ou crématisé ainsi que l'a décidé le législateur. N'ayez crainte, si le suspense semble se dissiper, ce n'est qu'une impression. L'aventure dans laquelle vous allez vous lancer est trop intime pour être tout à fait standardisée. Soyez-en sûrs, vos funérailles seront uniques. En quoi vont-elles consister? À vous de le décider. Vous êtes libre de prévoir ou d'improviser. La différence minime entre ces deux approches s'appelle un contrat obsèque. Aviez-vous souscrit un contrat obsèque? Ce n'est plus une question, c'est un choix.
Of course, no, but and but at the end, I totally agree with what said Joel, because of course we ask people to make choice, but all this design, all this organization, all this way to discover the story is totally built on the story, because we are asking the internet user, I mean, are you interested in something about you? And there is this kind of editorial contract, kind of game, I mean, editorial game, that makes the program that works. It has been a huge success, and it has been inspiring for a lot of people. But this is something we have learned. I mean, that's very, very difficult to engage an audience while watching a story. And it was in 2007, and I can say that all the job we've done next has been really focused on this big aim. How can we engage an audience? How can we tell a story online using interactive tools, using interactive spirit, and still continue to tell a story? I love this one. It says, I mean, more or less what I'm just saying. How can we have a cinematographic quality experience and engaging the audience? And for me, the answer is welcome. Design fits with content, or story and web design and user experience are only one. And at Upian, we always start by the story. Never by the technology, never by the format, never by the idea of having seen some stuff. We always start by the story, and then, thanks to the story brought by the authors, we work together with my team, and with designer, web developer, but so many people other, and we try to invent an interface that says the same thing of the story. Is that clear? I'm not sure. Okay, thank you. So let's come back a bit on Gaza Zero to see. You must know Gaza Zero, of course. It was in 2008. We were like 6 co-producers, including Arte, Serge Gordet, but also Arik Bernstein and Osnat Rabelzi, Abdel Salam on the Palestinian side, and us. And yes, the concept of Gaza Sderot, the story of Gaza Sderot, I say it again, it was in 2008. We were launching the program, I mean, at the end of September, beginning of October, and was like, how can we document the daily life in the Gaza Strip, in the Gaza city, and at the same time in the Sderot city, I mean, 3 kilometers apart between Gaza city and Sderot, and how can we show the normal life and the life in spite of everything, okay? So I will go for a short screening. Let's go on the 18th November 2008. If you were discovering the website at this time, you will arrive on these days. And you will be able to watch a movie. This one.
كان هذا الأسبوع كتير صعب علي، غير إني أنا مش شايفة صحباتي وبدي أحكي معهم، غير إنه لما بدي أحاول أدرس ما فيش كهرباء، كانت الكهرباء بتقطع كتير. لا هاي الحمد لله على السلامة. And sorry for being short, but at any time you can cross the line. It means, this is what we were looking for. How can we express something directly with the interface? And this line, you can see a wall, you can see a border, you can see a frontier, you can see everything. But this, what I'm doing here, going from one side to the other side, this is exactly something that I cannot do under reality. This putting each side, Gaza on the left and Sderot on the right, and always both at the same time. Never putting a movie without the other side. That is something, to me, that represents this idea. I'm like obsessed with
how can we tell stories with interface? And this interface is very simple. I mean, there is no so much of graphism. Then the chronological access, the timeline access on Gaza Sderot was not so useful. No one would have come every day to see if there is a new movie. Of course not. We are not on TV, we are online. Okay? So mainly people, they will discover the 18th November, see this movie, Heba, and maybe because they like the Heba Safi movie, they will go on characters and come back all the story with Heba Safi. It means that there is as much as user, as much as, I mean, there is so many different paths, and maybe each user has a different path on this program. You can watch only Gaza movie. You can watch only Sderot movie. You can watch only Heba Safi movie. Of course, maps. I'll show you some. Normally, I take this example of this piece of wood in Sderot, and yes, of course, this has a meaning here. You can go really, really, really quick in Sderot. And then topics, keywords. And I think also that many projects today use this way of storytelling. It's not every time useful, but in this case, I think it takes something very strong. You can see that, for example, party, there is much more party in Gaza than in Sderot. No, but that means something. I mean, I show you one of my favorites. Let's go to Yafa shop.
אני זוכר את עצמי כילד, היינו חותכים דרך השבילים, שבילי האפר, מכיוון השכונות הוותיקות של שדרות, רוכבים על אופניים, נכנסים לעזה, אוכלים חומוס, פול, מבלים שם את הבוקר בשבתות וחוזרים.
את זוכרת שהיינו נוסעים לעזה? עזה זה היה... כשבנינו את הבית, אבא שלי היה שם אותנו במרכז עזה, לבד, בכיכר, היינו יושבים מחכים לו, הוא היה נכנס לחנויות של הקרמיקה, של הריצוף. נכון. היה קונה לנו 7-up והיינו יושבים על המדרכה ומחכים לאבא שלי. בלי פחד בכלל, למוסכים, למרפאת שיניים, הכל היינו עושים בעזה. לי היה ערבי שעבד אצלי בבית. הוא היה בא עם ארגזים של ענבים, לא, אני אומרת לך, זה היה... את זוכרת את ג'ינג'י? שעשה גגות לכולם פה? הוא ידע את הימים של הקוסקוס שהכנו, הוא ידע את הימי שישי שלנו. הוא היה בן בית אצלנו, ולא היינו פוחדים מהם, היינו מחכים שהם יבואו. הם בסך הכל בני אדם, לא צריך לפחד מהם. אבל תשמעי, היום... המנהיגויות של שני הצדדים. סליחה, גילה, היום את לא מסוגלת להיכנס לעזה, היום את לא תחזרי משם.
יש לי שני חברים בעזה. אחד קוראים לו אבו דאוד, של הרהיטים, שגלגים לנו בסלון את החדר שינה שלי, ואחד קוראים לו בטה. בטה זה ברווז בערבית. נו. באלוהים. ועד היום... הם היו באים אלינו הביתה, לכאן, לשכונה שלי, לברג.
היו שני רופאי שיניים מעזה, באים עם המשחזת שלהם, ואת כל הכלים שלהם. נו, ככה. ככה, הם היו עושים לנו טיפולים בבית. שני אחים ערבים, שבגללם, ובזכותם, אין לי הרבה חברות שלי שיניים. האהובה רבה שלי מסכנה, כולה כל...
So, of course, Gaza Sderot these days is more than ever in the news. It's always a lot of emotion when I come back to this program. It's really strong because if you remember 2008, we ended the production. It was scheduled like the 23rd of December, and the attack from Israel to Gaza was the 24th. The how do you call it in English? The lead. The lead of the operation, I mean, anyway, the cast-led operation, and it was really, it was like, wow, it was stupefaction, but much more than that. I can't even find the word in English. And I mean, during 3 months, we had people on both sides documenting. I mean, we were documenting the piece. We were like hearing people and showing people, asking for a change. And what happened was like boom, thousands of bombs from there together. And it brings me to the audience. I mean, when you produce this kind of program, 4 years after, it's still very, very popular online, and people can come back. I mean, this is one of the big differences with the TV. Your program is existing all the time. For 4 years now, people are using it daily. Audience. That's not so easy to the audience. And I mean, I'm playing with this style and Alain Delon, but yes, you just don't have to say my program is online and people will get it. Absolutely not. And this is something we've learned years after years. If you want just to see these figures, will come. I just choose the audience pick, okay? The best day for Thanatorama is 1,100 users a day. For Gaza Sderot is 7,000 users a day. For Prison Valley, I have produced also with Arte, is 21,000 users a day. And for Alma, the last program we have produced is actually, you can see Alma on the other room, and Tuesday night, next Tuesday, I will do an interactive screening of Alma. We've done high score with 6,000 users a day. So what does it mean? It means that it works. It means that it's very, very important. For years and years, we work so many to be like we are a few to say, yes, it works, it will work, and now it works. And so that's very, very important. Another sample with Alma. Alma is mainly a web documentary, but it's also a movie, and a TV movie. And for the first time, we have, I mean, it's equal, but a bit plus to the online. There is much more people that discover Alma online than on TV on a short period. That's a very strong symbol. And it's not, well, when I say audience, I mean, one of the things we have learned is that mainly it's more easy to go where the audience is than to try to keep the audience to your program, okay? If I have to summarize. So that's why we do some strong partnership with online press, and what we offer with them is, of course, like huge design, etc., etc. But they are just not only a partner. This is really screening partnership. It means that every click, and it's same with the time, each people that will discover Alma on the time will see the program on the time. Okay? It's like a kind of YouTube embed, but not really. I mean, this is much more than that. But yes, definitely, and this is something we have started a long time ago with Arte, we try to give the program to the places that we know that the people are. Do you have time to show a bit of Alma? Okay.
Tenía 15 años cuando quería integrarme a una pandilla. Yo sabía desde el principio que las reglas eran matar, robar, extorsionar y otras cosas que se hacen dentro de la pandilla. Bueno, al inicio, que cuando llegué a la casa donde la tenían a esta chica, mis homies, la violaron y yo miraba cuando la estaban violando, pero luego me dieron la orden de matarla, pues porque nos podía delatar con la policía y todo esto. Entonces no teníamos arma, porque en ese momento no había ninguna arma y pues me dijeron, tienes que matarla, no sabes cómo, pero tienes que matarla. Entonces con mis compañeros.
That give you a small smell of the story. I just want to show you that. I just want to show you just this very short piece.
Me sentía muy mal por esto. Mis homies, después de unos días, me dijeron, mira, ahora te vamos a bautizar, vas a integrar ahora a la pandilla, ya vas a ser una de nosotros. Y el raflero de mi clica me dio pues las dos opciones, que era, ¿quieres que te brinquemos a la ley del cholo, que era que me violaran, o quieres que te golpeemos igual que los homies? Ok, entonces yo le dije, yo no, por supuesto, no quería que me violaran, porque yo ya había visto cómo hacían estas cosas, y yo no quería ser una chica débil o algo, no. Yo quería que me golpearan, pues para sentirme con fuerza igual que ellos, y que me respetaran siempre. Y entonces, cuando ya estábamos en la reunión, me golpearon. 4 chicos de mi clica me golpearon por varios segundos, y luego ellos mismos me ayudaron a levantarme. Yo me sentía muy destrozada por los golpes y todo lo que mis sentimientos tenía dentro de mí, pero me sentía orgullosa de ser parte ya de ellos. Y entonces ellos me abrazaban y con orgullo me decían, bienvenida al barrio, ahora ya eres miembro de nuestra clica. En mi clica.
So this is what I call slow interactivity. If you remember Tanatorama, you had to click to make choices, but a few choices, a lot of click. Here you have a lot of choices, because each second you can decide to go up or to stay with her, but you don't have even any more to click. You're really much more close to the cinematographic experience, and that's something else. I mean, this is very personal. This is exactly what we like at Upian. And I mean, I'm not saying it's in general, but this is something very strong today. And if you discover Alma on the iPad, that's just very, very strong. And it make me go to my conclusion, but very quickly. But yes, on iPad, it's so different because there is kind of central relationship with the program. And the first time I've seen it on iPad, and friends of mine, we were like, whoa, something happening. I mean, I'm not saying about the program, the quality of the program. I'm saying about the feeling with this new support, I call him tablet, or I mean, we don't care about. Just, I want to say that maybe it's a sign for something new, in a way that, like a nice book, like a beautiful movie, we really succeed to have a strong relationship between the viewer and the program that we are doing. And maybe my job of being a producer, actually I'm really a producer, maybe in the next month, next year, I'm not sure, but this is what I like, I will become much more a publisher. And maybe I will go much more directly in front of the audience. Maybe a new economical area is like growing up, and maybe our jobs will change a bit. I mean, I'm sure about that. Thank you. And don't forget,